How's everybody tonight? Are you doing well, I hope, on this Saturday night? My sports teams have not been doing well today. I can tell you that much. Well, I shouldn't say all my teams. My Reds didn't win, and Serena lost at the U.S. Open, and I don't know what the score is on the UK game. It was supposed to be on television, then it wasn't, but it didn't matter. I was working anyway. So I expect everybody's probably had a little time to meander into the room by this point, so let's go ahead and get rolling with our information. Feedback is set to be 100% automated, and that is done really just so you don't ever have to wait on me. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get the same in return. Yay, automation, right? And of course, the second thing there is just to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, keeping me up to date on all the things we need to know. Here's what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, Sunday night, is actually an off night. Steelers, Patriots, right? Got to watch that, and a whole bunch of other football because it's NFL season starting. We got to watch that. On Monday night, it will be a case of Trinity football, 5-star baseball, and National Treasures collegiate football. Full case for all. On Tuesday night, we're going to break a master case of absolute football. And once again, a master case just means 2 sealed cases in a bigger box. So it is 2 6-box cases in 1 larger box. On Wednesday night, there is no new release this week on Wednesday for the first time in a long time. But we are still going to stick to our 8:30 start time just to kind of stay in that same groove. And we'll open a half case of Gold Standard football as well as a full case of Topps Chrome Jumbo baseball. On Thursday night, we're going to open a full case of Optic baseball, Panini or Donruss. I think I typed Panini, but technically it's Donruss, but they're the same company. Anyway, that's how we're looking for the days ahead. Here's what you need to know about tonight. Unparalleled football, of course, is what we're breaking, just the one break this evening. And I am expecting that this should get out the door and on the way to you approximately Wednesday. Now, if I'm able to get it out to you faster than that, you know I absolutely will do so. And if something unexpected happens, it could always slide a day later, but I expect it will be on Wednesday. Consolation cards don't apply tonight. Everybody's going to pull cards in here tonight. So it is 16 boxes. That's going to be 2 8-box inner cases to be specific. And of course, everything that we're opening tonight, which is just the one thing, ended tonight on eBay Saturday night, the 7th of September. You'll see the team names are on one side and the winning bidder user IDs across from each team on the opposite side. All right, so there's all the info that we needed to know. Next up, you're going to notice the background goes slightly out of focus here. That is on purpose. Please don't worry about that. That is going to enable us to actually see things up a little bit closer than we would have been able to otherwise. That is if I can get it in that right landing spot. I'm going to give you motion sickness there, right? Going in and out. So we're going to do this 8 at a time. So I'm first going to open up this master case. Then I'll get one of the 8-box cases going. We'll take all those out, set them out on the table, break them. Then we'll do the same with the second 8-box inner case. Because otherwise it's just too much stuff on the table to get them all, all 16 out in front of me at once. So we'll do 8, and then we'll do the other 8. Let me get this big master box back behind me out of the way. And we can get cranking on this. Hi, Greg. Hi, Bruce. How is everybody today? I know Greg's already sent me an email getting my opinion on the Antonio Brown situation. It's crazy, right? I mean, we were just talking about it last night, how it had gone, like it looked like they were going to let him go, and then they decided they were going to keep him. And I think I even said last night, well, it won't last long. And sure enough, by this morning, he's on Twitter demanding a trade, and they've voided all of his guarantees and fined him, a huge amount of money, somewhere altogether like $300,000 in fines. And so they cut him. Yes, they did cut him. Didn't even waste any time. Didn't try to trade for him. Didn't try to do anything. Just cut him. And you can imagine where he landed. The Patriots. Yep, he signed a 1-year, $15 million deal. 2 autographs, 1 memorabilia card per box on average in this one. And I guess of that 15 million, like 9 million of it is a signing bonus. So I guess he's going to get that just for walking in the door. I'm sure he got a signing bonus for walking in the door in Oakland as well. So kind of no matter what happens, he's making some money this year. But, you know, Greg asked me an interesting question in email. He says, do you think it'll last? How long do you think he'll last in New England? Well, I'm going to tell you this. That coach over there isn't going to put up with the stuff that they put up with in Pittsburgh. He's sure not going to put up with the kind of stuff that happened up in Oakland. Belichick is not going to be having that. And I don't think that Antonio Brown can afford to have another flame out right now, because then I don't think anybody in the league would give him a job. So my expectation is that he sucks it up and sticks it out and makes it through this season. But then after that, I don't know if the Patriots will keep him or not, but it'll be interesting. But I do think he'll make it through the season because I don't think he's going to have choice. You know, I think he would be untouchable if he flames out and forces his way out at New England as well. All right, so the first time through, we're going to spend a little bit longer looking at some things than we do in the future boxes. This one is numbered to 150. You'll see the card name or the pattern name there is Infinite. So anytime we see that infinite pattern, it will be numbered to 150. I will not necessarily flip all of those over because we know what they're going to be. Impact, those are numbered to 75. Now, the only time that Impact would not be numbered to 75, actually, I take that back. Even the SIGs and Relics in here are to 75 on Impact. But some of the SIGs and Relics, excuse me, in other patterns are actually a little lower than the base card parallel sometimes. But on Impact, it's always that. These are always going to be to 200 unless they have a signature or a relic attached. The pattern name is Astral, and we will find loads and loads of them as well. Somewhere along the way tonight, we should find a case hit. We should have, excuse me, we should have a nice little case hit in here, although in the last case, we had a really nice 1 of 1, and as a result, we didn't get our pattern case hit. So I guess you never know. But usually, we would hit that. Gary Jennings Jr. and the Seahawks, first out, relic and autograph combo. And Barrett's here. Hi, Barrett. I didn't see you jump in over there a minute ago. Melvin Gordon, that is numbered to 129, and anytime you see this pattern, which is called Whirl, it will be to 129. So Whirl is to 129, Infinite to 150, and Astral to 200. And then, of course, our impacts, like this one, are to 75. And again, you know, I'm flipping these first couple so you can see what I'm telling you is correct, that they are all the ones in that pattern are numbered exactly the same. Bryce Love, autograph, Redskins. So that's both of our autographs have come out. We should still have a little memorabilia card floating around in here somewhere. There is another Whirl, that is to 129. That is Devin Bush for my Pittsburgh Steelers, who play the Patriots tomorrow. But Antonio Brown will not be in that game because he was not on the roster of the Patriots by 4 p.m. today or whatever the cutoff was. So he'll be eligible for week 2, but he's not eligible to play tomorrow. There's a little Aaron Jones relic, and that is the Astral pattern. But as I mentioned earlier, when it has a signature or a relic attached, it's numbered lower than it is when it's a base. So the base are to 200, the SIGs and relics to 150. There is another to 200. And that's how it looks. All right, so we're going to go through some of these subsequent boxes a little bit quicker and go through it like that way. Rodney, hi Rodney. Were you not expecting to get an autograph for the Redskins, man? You seem very shocked there in chat that you actually got an autograph for your Redskins. Although you don't buy the Redskins all that much. You're usually on the Raiders. I guess you have the Redskins, maybe some, but I'm used to you scrapping for the Raiders, trying to beat out the Snipers. But either way, I'm glad it worked out. We got you something. That's the important part, right? All right. Let's see what we can find in here. That's to 200 Broncos. To 150 for the Falcons. An impact. And that is Darius Slayton. It is numbered 275. Headed to the Giants. Uh-oh, the Raiders went too high tonight. I gotcha. Yeah, it happens sometimes. It's to 200. And an autograph for the Seahawks. John Ursa. Or something maybe not at all like that, but anyway, that's what I'm calling him. So for tonight, that's his last name. How about that? For the Seattle Seahawks. It's to 150 Steelers. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Steelers Patriots. I don't know. I really don't even know what to expect from the Steelers this year. Had such a massive overhaul from the offensive standpoint. Our production is going to look a lot different. Numbered to 150, Astral Relic Saints. To 129 for the Vikings. So I don't know really to what to even expect, but I know I'm anxious to check it out. It's to 75 for the Saints. To 129, Kansas City Chiefs. Just in general, I'm glad for football. But I am bummed that my Wildcats game wasn't on like it was supposed to be. Football game was supposed to be on the SEC network, and just like it's not on there. I was watching something else right when it started. So I guess I maybe tuned in a couple minutes late, but I don't know. It's on a totally different game. Yeah, no, Rodney, AB can't play tomorrow night. You might not have been on here when I was talking about that, but he won't be eligible until week 2. He wasn't officially on the Patriots roster by the cutoff time, because I think he couldn't sign any deals until XYZ time today after having been released this morning, and then the cutoff time had already passed for week 1. He wasn't on their roster, so he can't play against the Steelers. So I guess obviously he'll be playing week 2 and going forward, but not week 1. But you know the Patriots love to go pick up ex-Steelers. That's like their favorite thing to do. So I was not at all surprised to see that that's where he landed. DJ Moore and the Panthers. Relic. But truly, maybe it'll do the guy some good, because he is completely off the rails right now. It's to 200, the Bucks. They've got a lot more accountability and a lot more structure. That's for the Vikings to 129. And they will not put up with all that individualism. It's all about the team there. It's the Cowboys to 150. And I'll tell you what, Bill Belichick, if you want to have somebody go toe-to-toe with Antonio Brown, you let it be Bill Belichick, and I guarantee you that's the man that wins that battle. AB's not going to win that battle. He's not going to be threatening to punch him in the face. I promise you. It's to 129 for the Eagles. Because Belichick would just end him, man. How about another one for you, Rodney? And this is probably the one you wanted to begin with. Dwayne Haskins autograph comes out for the Redskins. Rodney's on a little bit of a roll with his Redskins, or the Redskins. I guess they're not technically your favorite team, but it's who you have tonight. So it's your favorite team tonight anyway. That was to 150 for the Bills. This is to 200 for the Chargers. And an autograph is out for the Titans with Alex Barnes. That's to 129, speaking of the Patriots. This is the last of the unparalleled. There is more absolute left. Actually, a couple of cases, I think, of absolute are left. And there's some origins that I still need to work back into the lineup. And even though we do not have any new products releasing, including football, on Wednesday night, we will have a new football release next Friday, and that's Spectra. So Spectra is always a fun one to look forward to every year. One of the, not the high end, as in like not as expensive as National Treasures and that sort of thing, but it's a pretty up there little product in terms of cost. And it's nice. It's always one of the fun ones to open. I look forward to it every year. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. The Redskins to 150, Bryce Love. And Spectra, for whatever reason, always does well in football and everybody likes it. But in basketball, it always does terribly. It's to 200 for the Panthers. Which I've always thought is very odd because it's essentially the same product. It's to 129 for the Giants. But for whatever reason, it does not translate well into the basketball world. To 150, Cardinals. To 200, Kansas City Chiefs. And a relic autograph combo here. And that is Alexander Madison for the Vikings. We see him a fair amount. We have an impact, and that's for the Cowboys. Blake Jarwin. I don't know that guy, actually. But anyway, it's impact 75 for the Cowboys. The Green Bay Packers. Darnell Savage Jr. autograph. To 200 for the Bengals. And that one is finished up. All right, let's get the plastic off some more of them. I was super disappointed today that Serena lost in the U.S. Open. Man, I really wanted her to win. She hasn't won a major in a long time. Not since, not since she had the baby. She had been playing so well in the U.S. Open. I really felt like she had a good shot and would win today, but she came out not playing well. And by the time she found her groove, it was too late. Excuse me, the men's championship is tomorrow, of course, but I probably won't watch it because I might flip in and out of it, but, football. So, probably more into that tomorrow. To 150, Bryce Love Redskins. And here come the Patriots with Damian Harris. Relic autograph combo. To 129, the Saints. To 200, the Cardinals. Ah, this will be nice. Low number right there, and look who it is. That's Devin Bush, and he's a tough autograph to pull, honestly. And that is for my Pittsburgh Steelers. It is numbered to 25. Anytime, excuse me, anytime you see this hyper pattern, it's going to be numbered to 25. So that's a really nice little hit there for the Steelers. Devin Bush has been elusive in terms of pulling his autograph. It's to 150 for the Cardinals. That's a nice looking relic. It's Impact, which means it'll be numbered to 75. It's headed to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson. See the numbering on it. And here's an Impact insert. Dwayne Haskins, rookie focus to 75. Rodney, you must have had a feeling tonight about the Redskins because you're doing pretty well with them so far. Did you have one of those feelings like Jay Allen gets? That's to 200 for the Raiders. Jay Allen's pretty spot on with his. It's to 75, the Bears. Like, I don't think he gets those feelings all the time, but when he does get them, he's right a lot of the time as to what team is going to hit. You didn't have a feeling. You just said screw it and bid on them since your Raiders were gone. Well, there you go. Worked out anyway. Oh, man, I see something really, really nice coming up. I see it where I cut the deck over there. It's nice. That was the Green Bay Packers to 200. Like, really, really nice. Yeah, it is. Now, look at that. I'm making you wait. That's so wrong. That is so wrong. But it's nice enough that you should have to savor it for a minute. To 25 for the Vikings. That was hyper. It's to 129 for the Bengals. To 75 for the Ravens. A relic for the Browns with Nick Chubb. Oh, and they were way cheap. The Redskins were way cheap. Oh, well, that's bad news for me then, isn't it? It's like, oh, okay, well, alrighty. I usually don't look at anything before the break other than is stuff paid. And honestly, I know you would think like as I'm invoicing and stuff, I would retain it, but I really don't because all I'm doing is just counting teams and putting in shipping totals as fast as I can go for the most part. Sorry, I just wanted to sort out that hyper. I had it set in with something else and I wanted to organize that. So it's a little, you know, we can recap it easier. It's to 150 for the Patriots. To 200 for the Saints. He said Raiders went way above normal. Maybe everybody's trying to get Antonio Brown in his one, you know, Raiders uniform or something. Actually, he'll be in, I would say, a few products before they'll get it switched out as a Raider. Dylan Mitchell and the Vikings. I don't really think that's why it went higher. I was just, you know. Don't know why it would have. But it happens like that sometimes. It's odd. It's to 129 for the Seahawks. Now, here comes the one that I think might be a 1 of 1 based on the pattern. Yes, it is. Woohoo! Look at that. Which means we're probably not going to get our other case hit. If it's the way the last case was, when we had a 1 of 1, we didn't get the other case hit. So, Chargers and Easton Stick with a 1 of 1 laundry tag. Yeah, baby. I like it. Oh, Barrett, you had the Raiders. All right. Well, then we need to try to help you out here, too, and get you some hits, don't we? We need to get you on board, on track with some Oakland. You guys have a lot of rookies in these products, so surely to goodness we'll find something for you before we get out of here. Because remember, there's a whole other 8-box case coming. This is just the first 8-box case that we're running through right now. Rodney, that 1 of 1 is yours too? Wow, man. Look how well you're doing when you just said, oh, forget it, I'm not going to go for my Raiders. All your other choices are quite good tonight then. Yeah, I personally am not familiar with Easton, but many of you have told me that he's really quite good. And so, who knows? That might be one to buy and hold, so to speak. I don't know. You're personally collecting him too? All right, well, good. Then that's a nice one for your personal collection. I always like getting the tags, and of course we like anything 1 of 1, especially when it's autographed. We have another Impact Relic. This one is for the Rams, number 275, Jared Goff. We also pulled out a little redemption, which is right here. It's going to sit right up there in housekeeping. We will flip it over at the end of the break, find out who's on the other side and what it's numbered to and all that, to 150 for the Bengals. And then, of course, if we hit any more redemptions, they'll set up there as well. It's to 200 for the Rams. To 200 for the Packers. David's here. Hi, David. Oh, that's another nice hit. 49ers and Nick Bosa. We had the Devin Bush earlier, the Nick Bosa here. The defensive guys are harder to pull quite often, as you all well know. And sometimes they're worth a little extra because of it. It's to 129, the Bears. Not as many of them to go around. It's to 129, Seahawks. Another hyper. That's the Patriots, Kyle Van Noy, to 25. Where's the number on it? Oh, it's up there hidden almost. Lost in the picture, sort of, but it's there. To 200 for the Raiders and Derek Carr. All right, so this is box 8 that we're doing right now. So it's the last of the first inner case, but we still have a whole other 8-box case to go. So even when we finish this, there's still a ways to go before we're actually finished. I think what I'll do is just create a new spot here and move some of these out of the line of fire, and we'll start a new little pile going. I think is the better way to do that, because we're going to have a lot more to stack up shortly when we get into this other 8-box case. David, you were just admiring his 1 of 1 Easton. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I will be interested to know if we do hit the Galactic in here, because the last case where we had the 1 of 1, we did not hit the Galactic. And so I'm thinking it's maybe an either or. You either get the 1 of 1 or you get the Galactic. The Jets, Saquon, Relic. The Jets, not the Jets, the Giants. Well, did I say the Jets? I think I did, but it's the Giants. But I do think I said Jets. The Eagles to 150. To 150 for the Colts. It's to 200 Seahawks. 129 Bengals. Oh, ho, ho, ho. We did hit the Galactic in here. Oh, my goodness. Look who it is, too. Holy crap-a-moly. You know what? Hang on a minute, please. All right. This is our Galactic case hit that I just caught a glimpse of. But it was enough of a glimpse that I decided to go ahead and protect him. How about that? Cardinals with the Kyler Murray Galactic case hit. You're probably like, well, it's not even autographed. It's not even a relic. Like, why would you put that in a one touch? Because, kids, the Galactic can bring you some money. Lots and lots of money. For the right rookies. And believe me, that guy's the right rookie. That guy's the guy you want. So, all right, let me just get him out of the line of fire, and onward we go. So I'm glad to see that this time we got the 1 of 1 and the Galactic. That makes me happier. That was to 150 for the Packers. To 200 for the Jags. And the Steelers get another autograph. Deontay Johnson. So whoever has the Cardinals must not be watching, because they're not, if they would, they probably would be chiming in for the Galactic Kyler Murray, I would imagine. So I'm going to guess they must not be on live. It's to 129 for the Eagles. Hey, hey, there you go. Marcus Allen, little throwback ink for your Raiders. But you know what? I like Marcus Allen, so I hope you like this hit. I do. It's numbered to 50. I know it's not your rookies, but I think it's pretty sweet. As far as Raiders go, I like that one. Keep in mind that we do have that redemption. It's still setting up there, right there. That will flip at the end of the night. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's get these out. Rodney, you want the Galactic Kyler Murray, or you want the Marcus Allen Raiders? I'm guessing you want the Marcus Allen Raiders. So see, that worked out all right. Then we made you happy with the teams you picked up because you got outbid on the Raiders, and we made Barrett happy, who is the one who outbid you on the Raiders. So it's the best of both worlds, right? Everybody wins tonight. Let me get a few more sleeves out. You're happy now? All right, good. I'm glad that makes you happy. We still have a bunch to go, though, so we may be able to find some more happiness for you before it's all said and done here, hopefully. Rodney does not like Kyler Murray. All right, then. All righty, kids. I think jury's still out. Too early to tell how things are going to go with him. You know, some people develop faster than others. I mean, Pat Mahomes, they set him back for a year and let him learn. And that's why the first time we see him, he looks really, really good. You know, some guys have the luxury of being able to sit back and kind of learn and adapt and grow, and some guys get thrown right into the fire. It's always harder when you get thrown right into the fire, of course. So we'll see what happens with Kyler. I do think he's talented. I hope they have a good enough team around him that he doesn't get beaten into the ground and lose his confidence, you know. You don't want them to kind of turn into Cleveland West. Although Cleveland finally, with Baker Mayfield, seems like they finally have their quarterback after many, many, many years. If you're a Cleveland fan, I know you're happy about that. Alvin Kamara and the Saints, our relic. An impact to 75 for the Patriots. To 150, Bengals. And look at that. It's another Easton stick. This one is not a 1 of 1, but hey, now you have a spare. You have a bookend of Easton tonight. So it's kind of going your way with that, Rodney. To 200 for the Ravens. To 200 for the Buccaneers. $150 Vikings. Our autograph is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is Anthony Johnson for our signature. Well, let's just ditch that one. That one wasn't wanting to cooperate with me. The next one does. To 129 Cardinals. To 150 for the Jags. That box is finished up. Did you guys watch Packers Bears the other night? I only saw, obviously, a little bit of it because I was getting ready for the break, doing the break, cleaning up after the break, etc. But I did see a little bit of it. And I did see that nasty little interception there that Trubisky threw down at the end. I do like him, Trubisky, but I also would have thought he would have maybe not been throwing balls like that this year. I mean, I know it was kind of at the end of the game. It was sort of a Hail Mary, whatever, but you still, I mean, if you want a chance to win, you kind of can't be doing that. Alexander Mattison, Vikings. That is the Saints to 150. You guys said it was boring. Hi, Bruce, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw the very end of it. So the end of it was kind of entertaining, but sounds like the rest of it wasn't. It's pretty low scoring, so often those games are not super thrilling. Josh Allen and the Bills with a relic. It's to 200 for the Raiders. And you kind of would think it would have been Packers, Bears, you know, to 129 Seahawks. I would have expected it to be a more entertaining game. To 129 the Bills. That was to 150 for the Bills. To 200 for the 49ers. Carolina Panthers hit Elijah Holyfield. He got cut, actually. I don't know if they then signed him to a practice squad or not, but, you know, maybe they did. It's to 129 for the Colts. You know, the other thing that's going to be interesting where the Patriots are concerned, because alongside Antonio Brown, you have that kid that was up there with the Browns. Why can't I think of that kid's name? He's actually really talented, but can just never stay on the field. He's got some substance abuse issues and things, and he spent more time suspended than he ever spent playing. And finally, the Browns cut him, and he landed with the Patriots, and he wasn't there very long till he had to step away again. And now, I don't know if I think he might be cleared to come back. If he's not already, he will be soon. I can't think of what that kid's name is, though. Daggone it. Like I know it, and I'm blanking out on it. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because he's a kid that's already kind of got some issues, and then you're going to throw basically a stick of dynamite right in there in the receivers room with him. So that's interesting. But if he were to be healthy and remain healthy, Josh Gordon, that's it. Thank you. That's it exactly. So if he actually is healthy, can stay healthy, and you put Josh Gordon and Antonio Brown side by side for the Patriots, that's going to look pretty tough. I mean, Josh Gordon's talented. Make no mistake about that. He just hasn't been able to play because of his off-the-field issues. To 200 Patriots. So they could be kind of, formidable. That is for the Lions, and it's to 129. To 150, that is an Astral Relic for Jared Goff and the Rams. Yeah, Rodney, I think he's back, right? I mean, he's been suspended so many times. He's had a lot of issues. But I think he's cleared to play, I believe, isn't he? If not, he will be soon, but I think he is. It's to 150 for the Browns. It's to 129 for the Eagles. But man, I would keep him away from Antonio Brown. Good grief. You don't know what kind of powder keg that might turn into. It's to 75, Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs. You just got to think Antonio's probably not a good influence on anybody along about now. That's to 150, the Giants. A Pittsburgh Steeler. That is Deontay Johnson again. His signature is just terrible. I hate this new trend of these guys just signing their initials. I mean, at least, make a little freaking wavy line behind it or something. Make it look like you tried. It's to 200 for the Chiefs. But they do not. They do not try. Brian Burns, Carolina Panthers. Oh, you drafted him on your fantasy team, Josh Gordon? All right, well, like I said, kid's immensely talented if they can just keep him on the straight and narrow. But the other thing I find interesting about the whole AB to the Patriots thing is Tom Brady. He's very regimented, it seems, and super disciplined, and, he kind of strikes you as one of these guys who is just going to be this way, and that's that. I wonder how that little scenario is going to go with Antonio Brown as well. Because he is certainly not a disciplined kind of guy. I mean, even in route running, he freelances. He's just not super disciplined. It doesn't seem. But again, a guy who's immensely talented. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's to 200 for the Broncos. I don't play fantasy football. It's to 129 for the Steelers. I somehow just kind of never really got into fantasy football. I don't know why, because I love football. It's to 200 for the Rams. I guess because it kind of seems like work a little bit to have to do all that. I don't know. And I'm like, I think I'd rather just sit on my tail and watch the games. Astral to 150. A Joey Bosa relic for the Chargers. Raiders, Pharrell to 150. Redskins to 150. And Clayton Thorson for the Eagles. Of course, he's not an Eagle anymore. He got cut and went to the Cowboys, but he's still an Eagle on this card, and that's what matters for this break. So the Eagles taking one home with Clayton Thorson. To 200 for the Titans. And we've got a relic there for the Seahawks, but I'm going to go ahead and grab what's around it first, just because it's easier than doing it the opposite way. Carson Wentz impact to 75. That's the Eagles as well. And then we have an impact relic and autograph. Seahawks, Gary Jennings Jr., number 275. All right, we have opened 12, and we have 4 remaining. So 16 total, 12 down, 4 to go. It's decent football weather today, at least around here. It wasn't, it was plenty warm, but it wasn't like 90 or 100 or some of those crazy hot temperatures that we had for a while. Kind of mild today, around 80 maybe. Probably a little bit less by game time tonight. So the weather even knows football season is upon us. To 200, the Eagles. The 49ers have a Deebo Samuel autograph relic combination. An impact for the Steelers with Canada to 75. Ooh, Hyper to 25 for the Packers, Rashawn Gary. Always good to see Hyper come out. We haven't seen any fireworks in this case, though. Fireworks are to 5. That's yet to be found in here. Patriots Astral Relic to 150. To 200 for the Titans. $129 Texans. $150 Seahawks. To 75, that is an impact Hakeem Butler for the Arizona Cardinals. An impact insert. Spirit of the game, Keenan Allen, Chargers to 75. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Working our way through it here. So who do you all think is going to be the rookie that everybody's overlooking? Who do you think is going to be the big breakout star that, like, nobody's clocking to be a star right now? Because there's always one. There's always one every year that's like the sleeper that you kind of don't think much about, and then all of a sudden, bam, there they are. I mean, I think Josh Allen's going to be good, but I don't think he's a sleeper. I mean, everybody, I think, knows he's going to be pretty good, or the expectation is, anyway, that he will be. I'm talking Josh Allen, the defensive rookie, not Josh Allen, the last year's quarterback. How about Daniel Jones? Hey, that's for the Giants. You got the relic, the autograph. It's Astral, and it is numbered to 150. You think Hunter Renfrow is to 129 for the Ravens. Well, that would make sense. I mean, being there for your Raiders. Don't know a whole lot about him, other than, I guess, we saw maybe a little bit about him on Hard Knocks, but not much. And I more listened than watched that. Leonard Fournette, Jags, relic. Another hyper. And also the Chargers, Mike Badgley. So Rodney's kind of like loading up here. He's kind of doing A-OK. Charles likes David Montgomery for the Bears. Yeah, I could see David Montgomery being good. I could see that. And here we have Penny Hart for the Colts. If I had to pick one for the Steelers, I would say it would be Benny Snell. But Benny Snell's a little bit undersized, and I don't think he's an every down kind of back by any stretch. That's to 150, Daniel Jones. And I do think he'll be useful, and I think he'll have some value to the team. So he may be the surprise for the team, like in that sense, but I don't think he's going to, like, break out and be an Ezekiel Elliott kind of running back. He's just not built that way. I mean, he's excellent, but he's just not big enough, I don't think. Chris Carson, Seahawks, impact, 75. The rookie of the year is going to be Josh Jacobs. You think Josh Jacobs will be better than Josh Allen? That's to 200. And better than Nick Bosa? That was Keenan Allen for the Chargers. To 200 for the Packers. It's the Packers to 129. Yeah, you do? All right, guys. All right. Well, there you go. So you all think the rookie of the year is going to be Josh Jacobs, and then you like Clelin Ferrell to be the defensive rookie of the year. Okay. Well, there you go. You heard it there first from Rodney. We'll see if he's right. We're going to hold him to it, aren't we? The end of the season, we're gonna either praise you, we'll either heap loads of praise on you, Rodney, or we will just terribly give you a lot of grief. It'll just be horrible. We'll pile on. Either way, the die is cast for Rodney and his predictions. We all heard it here first. You think that Bosa is injury prone. True. Definitely true. We all know that. And you don't think Josh Allen will do anything. Interesting. I think you're going to be surprised. I think Josh Allen is going to do something. I think he will. I will be interested to see what the Jags look like with Nick Foles. I'm interested to see how that looks. Because, you know, Foles has those moments where he's just brilliant. And then he also has stretches where he's not so much brilliant. So if he can consistently play to the top of his game, they could be, you know, decent. It's to 75, the Saints impact. So it's kind of going to depend, I guess, on which Nick Foles we get. But I do think that out of all the teams that you kind of, or that I kind of just discount sometimes, that's the 200, the one that I would say that would be most likely to take a leap this year would be the Jags. It's to 129 and the Packers. And it's not like they've been terrible in recent years. I mean, they certainly haven't been. They beat our butts plenty. You know, but they're kind of the ones that I never expect much from. It's to 129. But I'm going to, you know, let's hope that Foles gets that turned around for them. Riley Ridley and the Bears. But I think the Browns, though, you guys know that. I've been talking about that anyway. It's to 150 for the Panthers. I've been saying that since last year, that I think the Browns are going to make some noise this year. Well, how about that? That's going to make you happy, Barrett. There's Clelin Ferrell for you. And your Oakland Raiders. So you got the nice throwback Marcus Allen ink earlier. And you get the Clelin Ferrell ink now. So your Raiders are starting to kick it in there. Oh, the way Riley Ridley signs his name, yeah, he's another one that's just, you know, all these guys these days, they don't, it's not like the old school guys who signed their name where you could read it. These guys are mostly initials these days. To 150, Derrick Henry, Titans, Astral Relic. To 200 for the Kansas City Chiefs. And we find ourselves at Last Box Mojo time tonight. We've already had some pretty nice stuff come out of here, but we're going to try to find some more. That's right, I'm greedy on your behalf. Greedy on your behalf always. So we're going to kind of focus our mojo, laser focus it here, and see if we can't manage to pull out a few more nice hits out of this last box. Do my best anyway. Okie dokie, another redemption. So we've got a pair of redemptions now sitting there in housekeeping. Maybe one of those will be a big name. You never know. Any predictions as to who will be on the redemptions? You guys are often very good at getting that right. It's to 75, Sony Michel, Impact Relic, Patriots. To 200 for the Bears. To 129 for the Colts. $200 Dolphins. 129 Panthers. $150 for the Chargers. There's an impact insert for the Colts. numbered to 75. High Flyers, T.Y. Hilton. And an autograph relic combo coming up there. We'll just save it for last. That's to 150 for the Giants. And last that we have live in here is A.J. Brown for the Titans to 150. All right. So let's see what I want to see what you all predict here for the redemptions before we flip them over, and many times you all nail it. So let's see who's weighing in for what. Barrett says Josh Jacobs. Rodney says it's going to be Snell and David Montgomery. Frank's here. Hi, Frank. Frank says it's going to be Paris Campbell. All right, well, first out is Marquise Hollywood Brown. That's the Ravens. Rookie jersey autographs impact. So I can pretty well already tell you that'll be numbered to 75. We'll still go look it up and, well, I wrote 25. Confirm it. Good grief. When we go to the Panini website, let's just ditch that one and redo it. That's just terrible. And... But I'm going to write it on there anyway because I know impact is to 75. You guys do too, so we'll write it, but we'll still check it out. And the second is Paris Campbell. Frank nailed that. That's the Colts. Rookie signatures. Probably going to be an open edition since it doesn't have a pattern name after it, would be my guess. But let's go over here and find out. Does that sound like a plan? I think it is. I figured we were going to find redemptions. I had it partially set up already. So the card set is rookie signatures. This is for the Paris Campbell. He's card number 296. So we got to scroll a long ways to get to this one. 296 Colts as we expected, and open edition as we expected would be numbered right over there if it were if it were numbered, it would say so over there. That's what I'm trying to get out. Our card set for Marquise Brown, rookie jersey autographs impact. He is card number 309. Marquise Brown, Ravens to 75. All pretty much as expected in that regard. Okay, kids, we will recap all of this fun stuff here. Well, not all of it, obviously. We'll recap the autographs, the relics, the case hit, and the hypers, since they're to 25. So let's take a look. We have a hyper here for the Chargers, one for the Patriots, one for the Vikings. Obviously, there are, I think, some more in there that have autographs attached. Those are the ones that were freestanding base hyper. Our case hit, that is one Kyler Murray with the galactic pattern out for the Arizona Cardinals. And now the rest of the story. So there's Titans, followed by Titans, the Raiders, the Bears, Colts, Jags. There's a hyper for the Packers, numbered to 25. 49ers. The redemptions, the Ravens to 75 for Marquise Brown, Paris Campbell, and the Colts unnumbered. And there's Daniel Jones for the Giants. Patriots, Chargers, Giants, Bills, Panthers, Saints, Seahawks. And Darius Slayton, there's another one for the Giants. Here's the Packers, the Redskins, and the Seahawks. It's impact for the Patriots, so to 75. Panthers, Steelers, Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Chargers. Seahawks impact to 75. The Eagles, the Rams, Bills, Vikings, and Saints. There's that nice throwback ink for the Raiders. Marcus Allen. I'm digging that one. I like that hit. Numbered to 50. And Deontay Johnson there for the Steelers. Leads us to our 1 of 1 Easton Stick and the Chargers with a laundry tag relic. 1 of 1. And Burst is the pattern name. I don't think I said that before, but it is Burst. So cool. Vikings, Browns, impact to 75 for the Ravens. This will be to 25. It's Devin Bush Hyper for the Steelers. Patriots, Packers, Vikings, Titans, Redskins, 49ers, and impact for the Rams to 75. All right, there's the break. There's the recap. Let's put up spreadsheet information one final time for anybody who missed it earlier. We're going to take a peek at when you can expect your items to ship. We'll also take a look at what is coming up in the days ahead. So, expecting it to be Wednesday. If I can get it done faster than Wednesday, I will gladly do so. Plan on Wednesday and be pleasantly surprised if I can get it done faster. That's what I would suggest there. And coming up in the days ahead, so tomorrow night is an off night, no breaks tomorrow. We'll be back at it on Monday with Trinity Football, 5-Star Baseball, NT Collegiate Football, all by the full case. Then on Tuesday night, we're going to do a full master case of Absolute Football. On Wednesday, even though we don't have any new releases on Wednesday for the first time in ages, we're still going to stick with our 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific start time, because that's usually what we do on Wednesdays. We'll open a half case of Gold Standard Football. It's the back half of the case, and we will open a full case of Topps Chrome Jumbo Baseball. Then on Thursday, we're going to open a case of Optic Baseball. Friday of next week, I haven't got it listed yet, but Friday of next week is when we will have a new release, and it'll be Spectra Football. Woohoo! All right, so that is it for me tonight. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you being here and joining the break this evening. I hope I will see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I guess I am signed off until Monday night. So we'll see you then. Bye.